So when I was like maybe from like age of 8 to like 14 maybe.
Damn, that's a big range.
8 to like 13 maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
I used to wet the bed almost every night.
14 years old and you were still wetting.
Yeah, bro. It got really bad.
You didn't tell me this.
Maybe not 14. I don't know if it was 14.
I swear it wasn't 14.
Maybe it was like 12. But still,
Yeah.
12 is like, you shouldn't be wetting the bed at 12.
No, definitely.
You really shouldn't. Should be stopping at like 5.
Yeah. I think the last time I wet the bed, I was probably like 10.
Yeah, okay. Well, I stopped wetting the bed at like 12, 13. Anyways, yeah, it got so bad to the point where I had to get like a professional help because I was wetting the bed every night and like I couldn't help it. I was just wetting the bed and not waking up and then waking up in the morning with like piss.
Oh, I remember. Dr. Saggy.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I had
mate.
a doctor and his name was Dr. Saggy. I had a whole program, right?
What a name to give
I know.
yourself. Like
Dr.
Dr.
Saggy.
Saggy.
Especially for a pee coach, peeing in the bed. Imagine like going on a date, right? And then she asks you what like your profession is and you're like, yeah, I help little kids not stop wetting the bed.
I mean, I feel like that's like a kind of... It's pretty charitable. Like
It is.
you-
It
you're
is, but
doing
like I
some-
feel like, you know,
You're doing some
God's work.
God's work.
you are doing God's work. But like,
Imagine all the parents you're saving. Like,
yeah.
imagine being a parent. Like,
Yeah.
it's probably going to be another 10 years. Imagine when you're going to have your own kids and they're going to wet the bed every single night.
Yeah, that's true.
Bro, imagine how annoying that is. You have to clean the sheets every
Yeah,
night.
that is true.
That's such an L.
It is such an L. It is such an L. Like, imagine waking up and your kid's like, guess what, mum? Peed the bed again.
Imagine what was even worse. I remember once I peed the bed, but then I shat myself.
I've never
And-
shit myself.
and
Oh,
I-
actually, I did shit myself once.
I remember I think I was like 6 or 5. I remember I was like really scared of telling mum and dad because like obviously their reactions were fine, like they weren't like hostile, but
Yeah.
like I was still scared because it was a bit embarrassing
Yeah.
as well. So I was like standing there, my parents were watching TV and I was in the other room against the wall like this, and I was like holding my pants because like I had shit in it, and I stood there for a solid 30 minutes contemplating whether or not I should go tell them that I shat myself.
Did you tell them?
Yeah, I sneaked up to them, did a sneak attack, and I was like, Dad,
Shit myself.
shut the bed. Oh, dude, they were not happy. But anyways, they cleaned it up for me, you know, because I'm king.
Anyways, it brings me back to my story with Dr. Saggy. So I had to go through this whole thing, right? I had to do weekly calls with him.
Weekly calls. Oh, well, I thought he was just like a virtual
No,
doctor.
weekly
So
calls.
it's an actual person.
Weekly calls with him to like debrief and stuff.
Mm.
He gave me a chart that I had to. It was like a monthly chart which I had to do for like 4 months straight, maybe something like that.
Mm.
And I had a star sticker and a wet sticker.
What, like the squirting emoji?
Yeah, squirting emoji kinda. And if I had a star for 7 days in a row, means I completed the program, right?
What? So all you need is a 7-day streak?
Yeah.
That's
It
ridiculous.
took a long time.
Really? It took
a
you a
long
long
time.
time to get a 7-day
Well,
streak.
The first 2 months, it was just wet stickers all over the chart. And like maybe like 1 star.
Okay.
And then like after that, I made like a big progression. I was like 3 days in a row, like, you know, it's kind of like the gym, you know, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Except I feel like getting a 7-day streak at the gym is easier.
yeah, I know. Anyways, and then after that, like the 3rd month, I was like getting like
Harder for
3 in a
some
row, and then like a couple days of wet emojis,
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't know if it was 7 days in a row. Maybe that sounds pretty easy. I feel like it was more. Maybe it was like a couple weeks. I don't know. Something.
Because if your goal was 7-day streak, I feel like if you complete that, like I feel like you're still pissing the bed like every month or so.
Yeah. Well, I still was.
Yeah,
The aim was just to not pee every night.
because you did it every night.
Because I still was peeing the bed like once every couple weeks, like until I was like 14.
I have a question. What makes you like flick the switch all of a sudden when you're like at the age of like 8 normally, right? What makes you flick the switch to like suddenly peeing in the bed every night to all of a sudden being like a veteran and being able to like
Well,
hold it in?
because like your body's still developing, and then maybe once you get to a certain age, like it's not the same for everyone, but like, see, maybe it took me a bit more time to develop.
to develop. Well, I feel like no, because now, like for me, I'd really need to try to pee in the bed. Like,
Yeah.
I hold it, you know.
Oh,
and then
you
when
could
I
hold
wake
it
up, I need
whenever.
to go.
Like, I don't feel like you could wet the bed.
I feel like it's impossible
Yeah.
for me to do it.
Oh, I don't want to jinx myself.
Tomorrow morning,
I still
you
got
wake up-
trauma from this. So sometimes when I have a bit too much water, I'm like, oh shit. If I pee myself now, I'm 18. This could be really bad.
Well, sometimes I really try and push the envelope and go for like maybe 2 to 4 liters, 2 to 4 liters before bed. See if I still got it, you know.
Anyways, back to my story. He gave me this like blanket thing that I had to sleep over, which was like an alarm sensor. So when I started peeing, the alarm would go off because if it got a bit wet,
Yeah.
the alarm would go off. See, I don't understand how that works with sweat, but somehow it always worked with pee. So every time I peed, the alarm would go off. But the thing is, I'm such a deep sleeper that I wouldn't hear the alarm go off. And my parents were downstairs and they could hear it, but not me. Because I was such a deep sleeper. So that every night they'd wake up and have to come to my room and tell me that I'm peeing, like see me pee all over the bed. And I'm still like there, like, this is life. And then my parents would wake me up and say I peed the bed again.
Dude,
So-
you're pretty lucky that you stopped peeing the bed at like 13.
Yeah.
Because like if it went on any longer, like you'd get those sheets wet and it wouldn't be the same wet, but like it'd still turn the alarm on. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Anyways,
Lucky bastard.
So I'm pretty sure the deal was I have to go 7 days, right, without peeing the bed once, and then I wouldn't have to do the chart anymore, but I'd still need the blanket.
So you kept using the
I
blanket.
kept using the blanket for like a year,
Yeah.
and it was like training me to wake up when I pee. And like, I don't know, I kind of just went away from peeing the bed, so Dr. Saggy kind of saved my life.
Yeah. So like he's your savior.
Dr. Saggy is like my god.
Like imagine if you were still peeing the bed now. Do you reckon adults still pee the bed sometimes?
Bro, if I was
Do
still
you reckon
peeing the
there's
bed
some
right
adults?
now, I don't think I'd be like socially like okay.
What percentage of adults do you reckon still pee the bed? Like
Well-
1 in what?
Grandparents probably pee the bed.
Yeah, I know, but like we're talking about like our age.
I reckon there's a few fuckers out there who like still pee the bed.
I feel like there's like probably 1 in 50.
I feel like probably someone we know still pees the bed.
Oh, definitely, dude. They definitely have something to hide.
There's someone out there, maybe. I feel like they could be. You never know. But, like, I'm definitely not one of them because I went to Dr. Saggy. So, if you're out there, right, you don't have to tell anyone. But if you're still peeing the bed and you're, like, you know, maybe, like, 12 to, like,
Comment wet
20,
emoji.
just comment a wet emoji. I'll send you the link to Dr. Saggy. You can even buy my pee blanket off me. I still have it.
Do you still have it?
Yeah,
It's a relic now.
it's a relic.
It's probably all stained, all yellow.
Nah, you have to wash it every time.
So mum and dad had to wash it